Hi, everybody, wherever you may be, from coast to coast and sea to shining sea, want to welcome you back to Ham Radio Live, where the world comes to talk radio. If you were the king of radio in your country, what would you do? That and more coming up. Welcome back to the show.
Here's where I sit all cloudy and blazed with the dream of bottles lying everywhere. Got a guitar in my hand and a Western oil can under my ukulele for a chair. It's Aloha Friday, no work till Monday. It's Aloha Friday, no work till Monday. Cousins all here drinking up my beer, got kekies running everywhere. Got some pokey on the side while Mom was trying to hide the Miller and the Heineken beer. It's Aloha Friday, no work till Monday. It's Aloha Friday, no work till Monday. Okay, you know, when you want to get away, I mean, one thing about Friday, man, the working week is over. And frankly, I feel good, man. I work hard all week long. I can't wait to get away. You know, down like the beach, I'm cruising this weekend. Yeah, I get one hot concert too, man. That's the most important thing. The main thing too is to get enough money for gas and to go out to the disco. I like to see all them beautiful chicks. Yeah. So I'm gonna just kind of cruise, take my Bank of America card. You know, otherwise, how can I get money? Right. Plus, then my friends always say, "Hey, brother, you can buy me one drink, man." Kimbo and the crew sucking up the brew, who makes smoking on the side. All the surfers are dropping while the high schools are popping down Kalakaua Boulevard.
Sing along!
It's Aloha Friday, no work till Monday.
Oh, you guys got it good form. You're doing great, guys.
It's Aloha Friday, no work till Monday.
Rare form worldwide.
It's Aloha Friday, no work till Monday.
Hello, everybody worldwide. It's Friday, May the 8th, 2026, and we're going to have a fun show today. Look at a classic radio. We're going to look at a special technique in amateur radio and a whole lot more. Get ready, get set, and away we go. Hi, everybody. We made it. Oh, man. Happy Friday. We made it to the end of the week together. It's great to see you on Friday, the 8th day of May. You know, it's only 2 weeks until the wonderful Xenia, Ohio event known as Hamfest. Wish I could go. Be a lot of fun to be there, but Bill's going, and we hope he sends us some photos. Be a lot of fun. I missed Hamcation with Mike this year, and nobody could have felt worse than I did, because we were ready to go the day before. I'm set, right? And then we're like, there's not enough money to go. Oh, man. And Mike, being a good friend, understood. And Mike, I will always appreciate that. Thank you so much. If you'd like to get into amateur radio, contact the Radio Society of Great Britain or perhaps the American Radio Relay League. Both are great. RSGB is at www.rsgb.org. The great folks at the American Radio Relay League in Connecticut can help you as well. They're found at www.arrl.org. Just click on the contact part of either of their pages, doesn't matter which one you choose, and tell them you want your ham license and where you live. They'll then search through their online database of amateur radio clubs and they'll find one near you. www.arrl.org. We have a show email here, info@hamradiolive.org. Confession time, my friends. I had such a busy morning this morning. I just couldn't get to the email. I'm sorry about that.
It doesn't pay to court disaster, Robin.
I know. Well, today was a day we just couldn't do it for sure. And also, we do have a great website at hamradiolive.org. It's a one-stop shop to be able to make some great calls in amateur radio, as well as make some good VHF, UHF calls too with tropospheric ducting. The weather maps segment, play around with that. You can't hurt it. You're going to have fun with it. And the neat thing is you can find out when tropospheric ducting is near you. And if you've got a VHF, UHF, like a 2-meter 70 SEM radio, you can give it a shot and you'll know it's open because the weather map tells you so. Also, that's free to use there on hamradiolive.org. We have a Discord channel. It's at ham-radio-live. Also free of charge, my friends. It is a great gathering place for people around the world that like to talk about radio. Today's topic question is going to be kind of fun. I haven't ever worded this question this way because it's kind of fun the way it's worded. And I'm like, well, how can I write this in a way that people just come in and say, hey, you know what? I'm all for that. Here's what I would do. Ready? What would you do if you ran your country's amateur radio rules?
Boss, head man, top dog, big cheese, a head honcho.
You are the big guy. And you can enforce those rules. Let us know in the comment section. We'll make it part of today's program, all right? Let's find out who's first, second, and third worldwide today on a Friday. We love Friday. We do. First up, he did it. He did it. He did it. Martin, all the way in Holland, just came in right under the wire right before Bill again. Wow. Good job, Martin. Pop Echo 9 Tango India Golf. Give him a big beep beep, please.
Meep, meep.
Well done, Martin. Well, not many people can squeeze Bill out of first, and you've done it twice this week. It's amazing. And their second, it's Bill, continent number 2, North America. Kilo Alpha 8 Golf India Mike. Hello, Bill. Good to see you. Happy Friday, buddy. Good to see you, my friend, as always. And third up, woo-hoo, it's Jeff in Canada. Big applause for Jeff, please. Thank you. Thank you. Jeff, welcome. Happy Friday. Victor Echo 3, Whiskey, Juliet. Always a pleasure to see you. And Barry Wendon is here from Great Britain. Golf 6, Juliet, Mike X-Ray. Hi, Barry. Good afternoon to you there in the beautiful British Isles. Gosh, what a great place. I want to go visit. If I went to the UK, I would first tell you all that I'm coming so I can meet you like for lunch or something. And I would want to see Bletchley. It's like a dream of mine to go to Bletchley Park because there's so much history there. And I'm a big World War II history guy. So I love the story of Bletchley Park. It's fantastic. What you guys have there in Great Britain is a treasure, not just to you, but to the world itself. Mike is here from Jacksonville. Hello, my friend. Kilo Golf 2, Mike, great to see you, Mike. My dear friend, happy Friday. We're going to work 6 meters together. It's coming up soon. And thanks for Martin. He's doing the doobie-doobie-doos with me, and worldwide it was quite well done. Mike Oswald, welcome. Good to have you back, sir. This has finally got Mike chores done. His call sign, Alpha 7, Mike Oscar in Middleburg, Florida, where it's 81 degrees. And Mike, he says what we all feel here in Florida. And you folks like in the West Coast or the Midwest, right? You don't know how bad it is down here with the drought. It's gotten really bad. Like, for example, the way we water our lawns here in the villages is through retention ponds, right? There are ponds all over the villages, and they've got fish and they've got alligators and all kinds of stuff. Anyway, the retention ponds are down so far that when the alligators are in some of these ponds, they're on the bottom of the retention pond and their backs are in the air. It's so shallow now, like 6 to 8 inches high. And we use those ponds to water our grass. And now when you run your sprinklers, you just smell this like kind of weird water smell, this kind of, like it's old algae. It's just because it's just coming from the bottom of the retention pond. Oh, you could smell it right away. So, Mike, yes, we need rain someday, hopefully this weekend. Whew. It was supposed to rain today. It was. And we're all hoping for it. And honestly, probably storm season can't get here too fast because we are desperate for water down here for sure. And we've got Spike here.
That's my boy!
Yes, Spike has come here. And
What's the big idea? Don't stand there gawking, son. Speak up.
it's when Spike comes, Sam just goes crazy, and that's
Shut up!
well, there you go.
No more gentleman stuff.
Wow.
From now on, you fights my way. Dirty!
Studio audience, they love Sam going berserk. Well, hello, Spike. Nice to see you. Happy Friday, buddy. Oh, shaka, brothers and sisters. Indeed, buddy, indeed. Jeff in Canada. Today's topic question. If you were king of the ham radio world in your country, what would you do? For Canada, I would open up more prefixes so that more Canadian hams can enjoy 4-letter call signs. 6 is too much. Nice comment. Look at that. Now, why not, right? Why? I mean, we can do it. Why can't they do it in Canada? That's a very good point. Now, would you restrict it to just the top level licensees that can do that? Because here in the States, there's like the 3 levels, right? And if you're a technician, you have some choice with vanity calls, but you're not going to get anything smaller than a 2x3 or a 3x2. That's how it works. 2x3, sorry. Only a 2x3. But okay, if you're a general, you can go to a 2x2, as low as a 2x2, and you know, whatever you want. Doesn't matter what district you're in, the number doesn't, that's all the same too. So it's all vanity. You're going to pick a call that you like. And a lot of guys do it with their initials. So anyway, fine. But would you do that in Canada where it'd have to be the full licensee guy, the one that's the top level license that gets that 1x2 or 2x1 call? Let us know, Jeff. Love to hear that. It's a neat comment, really is. And Martin, he said, in Middelburg, Netherlands, are you ready for this? In Middelburg, Netherlands, it's currently 63 degrees.
What is going on here?
It's a little weather report there from our dear friend in Holland. Thank you, Martin. They're right there in the Netherlands, Middelburg. Well, that's okay because I like Mike, what he's doing, and it's good to have him back. We sure missed him a lot, folks. We have a plethora of fun today, kids. We're going to talk about a radio that hasn't been around for a while, but it's a true shack in the box, right? When we talk about radios that have like 2 meters, 70 SEMs, and the HF bands, we always consider those a shack in the box, right? Because they've got both VHF, UHF, and the HF bands. Okay, this radio can have HF, VHF, UHF, and what was known then as super HF or high UHF. So this is going way above the normal 77 meter band. And we'll show that today on the show. And it's affordable. And it's got a great sound, too. So I hope you like that. Today's forecast for your HF bands is powered by ICOM. ICOM for the love of ham radio. SFI is down to 117. We're truly trying to find something joyful to speak about here. Sunspot number is down to 67. Your A index up to 7. K is 3. Notice the noise coming up, and there's a reason for it. The signal noise level there at Boulder is at S2 to S3. So that's going to be something we'll have to keep an eye on. I don't think it's going to go higher than S4 over the weekend. Magnetosphere view, you can see we've got just a few sunspots now, and none of them very large. So I would expect really we're going to be fairly stable, plus or minus 10 over the weekend. Here's why the noise floor has increased. Yesterday, we nearly had an M flare, and you normally wouldn't think that's such a bad deal, but typically the way the sun's been emitting radiation, we've been in the sea level, just purring along in the sea level, and now we're dropped into the Bs. So it is fairly large of a jolt, and we're expecting some higher noise today and tomorrow, then decreasing on Sunday. And also, I want to show you this too, the maximum usable frequencies. again, you can get 10 and 12 at about 40 degrees north later in the day. It's just going to be what time it hits. And that's going to be to about 40 degrees in the northern hemisphere. Your HF forecast powered by ICOM. ICOM for the love of ham radio. Sporadic e-meters, so sporadic 6-meter e-skip is out there possibly this weekend. Keep your radio on 50 megahertz and listen. Might find a signal. Decent solar flux index numbers, they should stay plus or minus 10 over the weekend. Some QS Baker on the HF bands at times this weekend. Noise floor is quiet. That's kind of not true, but at least it's not like a K6. 10 and 12 meters hits about 40 degrees north, roughly 3 to 4 p.m. local time. Your best World DX in the north, 15 meters, period. It's going to work great for you. It's probably not going to be fired up till like 10:30, 11 o'clock, though. It's just going to take a while, unless you've got a tower with a directional beam, and if you got that, you've got plenty. So best DX in the north, 15 meters. In the south, 10 and 12 meters still. It's good conditions to work 10 and 12. Also in the tropics, if you're in the tropical bands, you're going to work 10 and 12 as well. Nighttime amateur radio, decent SFIs, good nighttime DX out there, some static crashes from time to time due to some thunderstorms here in the southeastern United States, and that will most prevalently be below the 10 megahertz line, so 30 and 40 meters, 80, 160. Nighttime amateur radio openings, 160 meters, 80, 75, 60, and top DX is on 40 overnight. Your shortwave DXers, daytime shortwave, quieter noise floors coming Sunday now. Suitable solar flux index numbers for some decent DXing, and expect some occasional fading on those weak signals. Daytime shortwave 31, 25 meters, 22, 19, 15 in the 13 meter band. Nighttime shortwave, decent solar flux index numbers and some fading on signals at times. Shortwave nighttime 120 meters down to 19. And remember, 19's good after dark, almost 3 hours after sunset here in the northern hemisphere. In the south, you'll get about 2 hours after sunset, and enjoy your shortwave radio. Okay. There was not as much water in here as I thought. See, what I do is I love cold water, right? And so I take one of these and I fill it up and I throw it in the freezer overnight. And then I just take it out and it just melts, and it's always ice cold water, but it just wasn't a whole lot of water in that one yet. Today's topic question has to do with, if you were the king of amateur radio in your country, what would you do? And it'll be interesting to see what the answers look like here coming around the world here. I want to welcome Tom. That's continent number 3. Bahrain is in the house. That would be the Middle East, including Asia. Hi, Tom. Good to see you, buddy. Alpha Echo 1 Tango Papa here in the States. Alpha 92 Golf Whiskey. And he's getting it back. And that's, of course, in Bahrain, which is good. Andy New, welcome. He's Mike 7 Charlie Union November, all the way in Bristol in the UK. Good to see you. Andy, happy Friday, my friend. And hold on a second. This is great. This is from Maria Pyers, first timer. Welcome to our shack here in Florida. My name's Larry Dio. My call sign's Kilo 7 Hotel November. Welcome to Ham Radio Live. Says, I actually like the rules in Portugal where you have 2 years working under supervision before you get a license. Oh, wait a minute. This is not a new person. We have been scoundreled here.
It doesn't pay to court disaster, Robin.
Yes. This is actually our dear friend Toscan. Charlie Tango 7, Alpha Oscar X-Ray. But what he says, he likes the rule that for the first 2 years of licensing, you're under supervision. What do you guys think about that? Let us know in the comments. I think that'd be interesting to be able to read through that. And here, I knew it would come today because we got some big news. Ladies and gentlemen, this young man did something pretty cool. He passed 3 license exams in one sitting, which is pretty cool. But he also just got his first vanity call sign, of maybe many. New call sign for Alex, Kilo 8, Oscar, X-Ray. Big applause for Alex, please. Alex, well done, buddy. Nice work. Congratulations. That's a great call sign, too. Kilo 8 Quick X. I like that. Quick X. Alex, welcome back. Good to see you. Is school going on right now? If school's going on, I'm going to ask you a big favor, okay? I want you to turn the stream off. Your schooling's more important than this show, okay? I got to do that. So I said to myself after the last time, I was like, yeah, you got to be in school, buddy. Please take care of that. Please. Because we care about you and we want you to make good decisions. But congrats on the wonderful new call sign. That's really cool stuff, Alex. It really is. Bill Myers in Wisconsin. If I were the U.S., if I ran the amateur radio rules, I would give extra class phone privileges from 7.075 megs to 7.3 megahertz. I never understood why there is a gap between 7.1 and 7.125. This is from old shortwave stuff. It goes back a ways, and it's just never been changed. Now, the little notch on 40 meters, and what he's talking about, there is a section, and let me try and find it real quick. It's a good question. I got to make sure that I remember where I was at, because there's a lot in this show coming up. So I want to make sure that I get back to it real quick. And I'm going to probably have to go all the way to the bottom here, where there's like hundreds of things in the show. So let me try and find. The problem is, without boring you to death, the U.S. band plan has the band plan set up on 40 that it starts like if you're starting on HF, voice starts at 7.15 megahertz, right? Of course, digital is down there. Here we go. Digital is down below that, but voice starts at 7.15. But if you're in Hawaii, you can start at 7.075 on voice. And the reason for that is because they're far enough away from where those shortwave broadcasters were. They wouldn't impede those old broadcasters back in the day. That's why. So it's a great point Bill makes on a unique little, I guess it's like a quirky, odd thing with our ham radio band plan here in the United States. And it's true, that little notch right there, the only reason that's there is for the islands of Hawaii to be able to get the word out. And they use it. Boy, do they use it. If conditions aren't great, they will just go to 60 meters. That's what they do. Because the goal of the Aloha Net is to be able to work from Kauai all the way down to the Big Island every day. And if propagation runs long on 40 during the daytime, they're going too far. They'll go to 60 meters to shorten the distance, right? Because remember, as we go down in frequency during the daytime, the D layer absorbs a little bit more, starts to attenuate more of that signal, and they shorten up. They don't go as far during the day. So if you were to go to 160, for example, it would even shorten up more. That's why they go to 60 if 40 isn't working. Bill, neat comment. That's neat. Thank you. And perhaps enough of the shortwave broadcasters have gone now that maybe it's time to make a change, for sure. And Alex, okay, please turn the computer off. Okay? Get back to school. Appreciate you watching the show. I appreciate all of that. Please study, get good grades, make us all very proud of you, okay? Yeah, please. This is your time to really shine at school, and we're proud of you. Funny, welcome. Good to have you back. Happy Friday. Welcome. Good to see you. Good to see you as always. Golf 4 BBC, that is our dear friend Peter, the coolest call sign in the history of ever. That's great, Peter. Good to see you. Martin in Holland, today's topic question. I would promote the hobby more in schools. Oh, this is good. I would promote the hobby more in schools, perhaps even as a subject, as part of a curriculum. So it would be like the STEM curriculum and make amateur radio one of the classes. Martin, I love this comment. I do. Because the only way our hobby's going to grow is if we get younger people excited about the great science that's in ham radio. Man, build your antennas, right? Be able to create your own ham radio. There's so much you can do. We're going to talk about EME today on the show. Earth, Moon, Earth Bounce. And I'll show you antennas. I'll show you some calls. And I hope you like it. It's very unique. It's a little niche market, but there are people who love doing it, and there's always people listening too. It's really cool. I hope you like that part. This is this also is big news. Coming out of Bahrain, Tom paid for his license renewal for Alpha 92 Golf Whiskey. He is back in force as A92 Golf Whiskey in Bahrain. Well done, Tom. Nice. Well done, buddy. Man, that's great stuff. It's great. Like Alpha 92 Golf Whiskey calling CQ. And you got like 90 people trying to call you. How fun would that be? Jose, welcome. That's our new general. He says, I don't like that rule. Which rule? Let us know. We want to make sure. Jose says, what I would do is make amateur radio education required at the high school level. Again, look, again, great comment. Yeah. Because, they've already got so much stuff like robotics and things like that in school now, right? So why not bring in amateur radio and somebody that knows what it does and how the science works in to tell the class? You may have 3 to 5, maybe 10 kids that want to do it and go, whoa, I just contacted somebody all the way in Sweden. No way.
Thank you. Thank you.
I mean, it's great stuff. Totally agree. Jose, thank you. Good comment. Great comment. He said it could be could also be restarted part of their STEM education. Absolutely. Today's topic question. I'd open 60 meters for foundation licenses. Well, there you go. Okay, so you got 60 and you can't use it there. Is that right? You can't use it as foundation, right? Okay. So you would just run digital and make sure you can use it. Why not? I mean, how are you going to hurt 60, right? You're going to have channels, right? And you know where you can transmit, where you can't. Yeah, why not? I mean, at least it's something more to challenge you. I think that's a great comment. Andy, thank you. Mike 7, Charlie New November. Absolutely. Alex thinking about doing a ham radio club at school. I think it's a great idea. Bill, thanks for explaining the information for the gap between 7.075 megahertz and 7.1, Larry. I did not know that. Yeah, it's all about shortwave. It's all about that stuff. And Maria, this I think is Toscan, BBS off to the shack. Thank you so much for joining the program, sir. Yes. There you go. Andy, I'd open up 60 meters for foundation license. I still like that. Tom in Bahrain, today's topic question, 2 classes, not 3. Tech can have privacy on, technicians can have privileges on all bands, limited to 50 watts. Full licensees, all privileges similar to UK style without intermediate license would be for life. Renewal not needed. Offer subject. An offer subject in schools as well. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at this because there's a lot here, right? So we would go in the States from 3 levels of license, technician, general, and extra. I should say amateur extra, just to make sure. And we'd make it just 2. And he's talking, it would be technician and amateur extra. Okay, that's the first part. If you're a technician licensee, you can get on to all bands now, limited 50 watts. Okay? Full license gets all privileges like the United Kingdom does. Power limit 1500 watts. You can use all the bands, all the frequencies. I think I like that very much, as well as offer it in school. See, that's the one thing that everybody's talking about, is that it should be offered in schools. And I 100% agree. And, I think, why not? There's enough science lovers out there. They would love amateur radio. Could you imagine, for example, you have a class out there in the football or the soccer pitch, whatever, right? And you got a balloon and you got an APRS radio in the balloon. And you say, okay, we're going to launch this now. And it's going to go into low space. And then it's going to come back down when the balloon explodes, right? and we're going to track it with amateur radio. You think not just about every kid's going to be geeked out about watching that happen? Oh my gosh, the camera's on board showing the flight. The kids can watch it. Holy cow. It's perfect. It is perfect for schools. Tom, thank you. Agreed. Jose, oh, sorry, I admit the rule in Portugal requiring 2 years internship for licensing. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate that. I wouldn't have liked that if someone had to supervise me for 2. I made my own mistakes. I did quite well making those.
By the way, is there anyone on board who knows how to fly a plane?
Yeah, Larry didn't have a problem making mistakes. Yeah. But to have a supervisor, it would require the clubs to get more involved. That's for sure. They would have to get more involved because you need supervision. Interesting how that works. Toscan has now flipped over to his own account. One of my grandsons got interested through the Scouts, and that's perfect. It's how it should be. But I think if we open it up to kids, right? If we open it up to kids in class, wow. And do fun stuff. Don't just bring in an old radio, right? And sit there and go, well, we just contacted somebody in the next state over. Ain't that fun, kids? No. Make it interesting. Do the balloon launch. Kids will find that so cool. And they'll come home and tell their mom and dad about that. Oh, you should see what we did today. We're in science. And they brought us out to the outdoor field. And man, they lifted this balloon up, and it had a camera and it had a tracker on it. We could follow the track. They went and they hunted down where the balloon fell and where they got the equipment back. It was 30 miles away. But wait, Mom, the balloon, it went up to 108,000 feet. That's higher than airplanes fly. I mean, it was in space. It was black out there. Oh, man. Yeah, you'd have a lot of kids interested in that. Love that comment. Barry Wendon, some schools in the UK have ham radio station, Golf 6, Juliet Mike. Oh, they do have ham radio stations. Good. See, UK is with it. I love that. Andy Newman, he says, not a rule, but I'd like to see more online courses for intermediate and full licensees. I think the RSGB is working on that. I'm almost positive. I had a news article for CQ Calling that talked about that. They're trying to get the intermediate license and the full license out there so classes can be what's the word? I'm trying more urgently presented for you guys. Good comment. That's good. And they are working on it. Bill Myers, he says, there are a lot of schools in the U.S. that also have school clubs. I've worked a lot of schools on the air. It's a nice comment. We'll get back to this, guys, in just a moment. Right now, let's take a look at something that we've not seen yet. We talk about shacks in the box, right? Shacks in the box are kind of interesting because they've been around for a while, and it depends on exactly what you're looking to do. If you're looking for HF plus 50 megahertz, your normal base station does that. But now if you add 2 meters and 70 sems, that makes it more of a shack in the box because now the radio is HF, VHF, UHF, has 3 separate antenna ports for each one of those levels of the radio spectrum. Let's take a look at one of these. This is from Kenwood, the legendary TS2000. I think you'll like this one.
The amount of signals we're not hearing now. Oh my goodness, good timing. Victor Kilo 6, Japan Queen, Victor Kilo 3, Charlie Mike, name is Brenton. Just over in northeastern Victoria, testing a TS2000X at the moment. And I thought we'd give it a run on 10 metres. Go ahead.
2000X is working fine, yes. Audio's nice. Signal, probably about an S7, so 5 and 7.
Notice blanket.
Clear audio, Brenton, over.
Fantastic. No, fantastic. Yeah, look, they're great old radios. This is a bit of a rare one, being an actual X, with from the factory. So it's a nice one for sure. So, no, fantastic. All right, look, thank you very much for that. That's all I need, and I really do appreciate you coming back. I thought the band might have closed, but nope, still coming in from WA. Thanks very much. Much appreciated.
Yeah, name is Jesse.
There you go. Now, did you catch the model number? That might have went right by you. We know it's a Kenwood TS2000, but what he said was that it was the Kenwood TS2000X, as in X-ray. Let me show you the first part of this video, where Brent sees the model number and explains what it is. It's a reason why he collects so many radios. This is a special radio from Kenwood.
Okay, we're just having a look at a TS2000. I love the TS2000s. Beautiful radios. And let me show you what's special about this one. There you go. It's a factory 2000X. That is the special bit about it. So basically, this means that this left the factory with 1.2 gig in it. Factory fitted. And we turn the squelch up. Wrong one. There. And look, there were a lot of retrofits. People took 2000s and obviously fitted 1296 to them. It's not a plug-in option. It's quite a lot of setup. My mate Bob 7RX has fitted a lot of them, and yeah, I mean, without the right test equipment, you are absolutely dreaming. It is there's a fair bit of setup procedure to fit a 1296 module to these things. So when one comes up and it's all factory fitted, this is like the Earth Station plus more. This really is something that absolutely is an amazing radio. I'll turn it down a little bit. Actually, today
is Kenwood TS2000X model includes 1.2 gigahertz. Wow, that's pretty cool. That radio, if you get the X, is about $2,100 to $2,500, depending upon the quality of the radio, compared to the normal TS2000s, which they're quite a bit less. I mean, you can get a good one for $900, maybe up to $1,300. Great sound. I mean, great sound. My gut on that radio is that they sacrificed a little bit of sensitivity and some selectivity on the HF side of that radio, because they added the VHF module, they added the UHF, and then they went to Super HF with the 1.2 gig. So that is the Kenwood TS2000X model. Let me talk to you real quick about another thing that we do in amateur radio. You've probably never done it, and I'm sure most of us here have not. There is something called Earth, Moon, Earth bounce, and how it works. The basic premise is you're going to need to send a signal that's going to get through the ionosphere. That's step one, right? So that's going to put us on VHF or UHF, because you have to get through the ionosphere to hit the moon, right? The other thing you need is you're going to need a powerful radio. I mean, you're going to need at least 50 to 100 watts, preferably more, and you're going to need a very high gain antenna, something that's got at least 15 to 20 decibels of gain to it. So when you're talking about Earth, Moon, Earth bounce, it's going to take a special antenna, and you're going to need to be able to have it rotate with the sun, with the moon, and have an azimuth adjustment to keep the height and the width moving as the Earth rotates, as well as the moon orbiting too. So you got two different planes to think about. There are ways to do this. Let me show you real quick. This last gentleman who's got a really neat antenna that was homebrew, and it is a bit large as well. I'm interested to show you this, and then I'll show you something from Eric's channel down in Vero Beach. But first, this one, take a good look. This'll surprise you a little bit.
Delta Golf 5, Charlie Sugar Tango.
Hold on. Sorry. Wrong video. Please forgive me for that. Let me get to the first one. I want to first say the easiest way to do an Earth-Moon Earth bounce QSO is digitally, right? You're sending a strong signal to the moon's surface and it refracts back at barely any power because most of the power is sucked up into the moon's surface, but it does still refract back down. You've got to have a good receiver to hear it. Take a look at this. It's from Eric at Ham Radio Concepts, a good friend here of the program. He's down at Vero Beach, Kilo Juliet 5 Lima. No, I'm going to get it wrong. Eric, take it away, brother.
I got it right here. Moon bounce in the backyard with NC1I. He gave me a minus 27 on my signal. He's minus 24 is what mine says. And I'm talking to him scheduled on HB9Q logger, okay? This is 50 watts on Q65 60 Bravo. So 60 seconds of subband B, learning a lot about this stuff. I got the Mirage amplifier only running about 50 watts because the battery on the, I've been doing this practically all night. It's like 11:30 right now. See, I'm only at 50% power because this is dead. So I can't put the 10 volt or the external LiPo from this into it to get 10 watts. So I'm driving the amp with 5 watts. It should be around 50 watts output. I moved it over here. I'm sorry, I'm so excited. Okay, here it is right here.
Look at that antenna.
Armstrong method. I didn't do anything but just go like this, right? Boop. Right there. That's good for another like 2 minutes.
Okay, take a look at this. He's got a pole, and then he takes PVC on the, it looks like maybe he's using like a cast iron pole, like an iron pipe, right, going up, and then he uses just a PVC connection with an elbow, and then the part of the PVC that connects to the antenna. You mostly want to use horizontal polarization to work the moon, typically, but you can use circular or vertical or a combination of there too. But the point is the antennas themselves are typically long and they have to have big gain. Let me show you the next video as Eric shows us a good long view of his antenna, an Earth-Moon Earth bounce in amateur radio.
Dude, people said it wasn't going to work. I can't do it. You won't do it. Eric, this is a waste of time. Even people online said, you know, if you don't have 500 watts, whatever, in this, you're never going to do it. There it is. I'm doing that right with my hand. See, it's off again. See, look how easy I'm doing this. Watch.
Hand adjusted.
Ta, right on the moon again. And because it's so late, hey, look. I have found that it's not as critical as you'd think. I could let this ride 2 or 3 minutes and it won't be exactly on there, but somehow he was getting my signal, I was getting his. So I'm going to keep this video short because I need to go to bed. It's midnight, but I had to do this. Now, being that I've been doing this all night, about 6 o'clock, 6:30, the moon was, 6 o'clock, moon was right here, and it went up like this, right? So when the moon's over there, lower elevation, I'd be able to talk to those guys in Europe that I was looking at their traces online, but I couldn't decode them. I had all kinds of stuff set up. So being that this is here, I'm just basically talking up and down somewhere else in the United States. I think he's in Fox November 32.
And there you go. That's how they identify. It's by their grid square, right? But it goes to show you how it works. It's a long antenna, but I mean, he's not using some real special tripod or anything. He just put a pipe in the ground, added some pipe that's not conductive so it could hold the antenna, and he made it work. The fact is, if you're able to do this, the moon doesn't have to be full. That's number one. The second thing, you need to have it in a quiet area of the sky. That's why if you watch some Earth-Moon Earth bounce web pages that show you when the conditions are right, great time to try it. And you can build your own mast for your antenna, and it doesn't have to be high. It just has to be pointed at the moon, and somebody else, or whether it's here in your own country or maybe DX, has to be able to have a clear line of sight to the moon as well. Thanks to Eric at Ham Radio Concepts, and what a great call. Well done, Eric. He waited so long to make that. And it's not just FT8 or digital modes that work the moon. It takes about 2.5 to 3 seconds for a signal to hit the moon surface and a little bit of energy refract back. And it typically takes a lot of power. Some people are using over 1,000 watts transmitting out to the moon to get some back and work more people. Here is a voice QSO with Earth Moon Earth Bounce. He's on 1.2 gigahertz, guys.
Delta Golf 5, Charlie Sugar Tango. Delta Golf 5, Charlie Sugar Tango. This is Oscar Zulu 9, Alpha, Alpha Romeo, Ocean Zulu 9, Alpha, Alpha Romeo. Over, over. Roger, 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 Seb. Many thanks for the 5 and 8. You're a 5 by 9, 59. A tremendous signal in Denmark. Many thanks for the contact, Seb, and good luck in the contest. Delta Golf 5, Charlie Sugar Tango, Oscar Zulu 9, Alpha Alpha Radio, 7 3s.
Isn't that great? You can do sideband QSOs way up there, 1.2 gigahertz. And you know, the thing was cool about that, it might not be such a great big distance from Denmark to Germany, but it was still made by the moon. And I've got to tell you, that's pretty darn cool. There's something you can show a kid's class and have them totally blown away, that you can reach the moon and back. Do you know where that came from? That came from World War II and just past World War II, because it was hard to get comms in, and they were experimenting with bouncing signals off the moon. And ham radio kept trying to perfect it, and all these years later, here it is. What would you do if you ran your country's amateur radio rules? I want to get this, and this is a neat comment from Peter, and I love it. Kenwood, fantastic radios, beautiful audio. And if you want, I'll tell you, Kenwood is that radio manufacturer that I call the closed eye test. You can go into a ham shack, close your eyes, and hear it and know it's a Kenwood because they sound so good. They have superior audio out their speakers. That's a great comment. Thank you, Peter. Good comment. Golf 4 BBC. Yeah. And Jeff, man, Kenwood stuff is dreamy. No screen, no waterfall, just cool. Love that. Love that. And yeah, you can find the X model. They're not always out there, but you can find them. They're available. Jose made a comment here regarding this. When I was in high school, back in the 70s, I was in a ham club, but I never got licensed because the Morse code requirement. Only recently did I get licensed, many years later. I love it. Jose, we are brothers from another mother. That was me. I couldn't do Morse code. And I also was introduced to ham radio in the late 1979. Yeah. And I just couldn't do Morse code. I tried. Remember back then, you would learn Morse code on a cassette or on a record. Oh, gosh. Oh, man. That was the day. Man, I'm so glad things are easier now. And he also makes a neat comment. And I think this could be done. I do. With the U.S. and China both going to the moon, why not put a beacon up there, right? It could run on solar. You could just have a beacon. And if you can hear the beacon here on Earth, you know the path is open. Why not? It wouldn't be that hard to do. Jose, that's a great comment. Thank you. I love that. It wouldn't take too much. And Robert Varner, I sometimes do a mattress bounce when I get up in the morning.
That's my boy!
That's great. And it does look like a space ray antenna for sure. And handy. Straight out of Boris Karloff's laboratory. Kenwood sounds great. Probably because they make great stereo receivers and amps. Yeah, it helps. Jose, I think definitely that helps. Toscan in Portugal. I ran a weather satellite station in one school I taught in. We also tracked UOSat-1 and decoded signals using a Sinclair Spectrum. Sadly, I was invalidated out of teaching before we took it any further. That's too bad. Those kids lost that then. That's a shame. I mean, that really is a shame, Toscan. But at least you got going. And maybe one or two of those young people said, man, that is so cool. I want to get my ham license, man. Good for you. All right, Angry Hams trivia's next.
1 to 10, we give it a 3.
Oh, well, maybe it wasn't that good. Let's give it a 1.
Guess what, Larry didn't get time to change today to get on the show. All right, now you caught me. Question 1 of 3. Some tube-type amateur radio amplifiers have meters to measure certain conditions that relate to the proper operation of the amplifier. What are the 3 most important readings these meters would show the operator? A. Temperature, moisture, and dust levels inside the cabinet. B. Grid voltage, plate dissipation, and temperature. C. Plate and grid current and moisture. Or D. Plate voltage, plate current, and grid current. A, B, C, or D. You know by now. Good luck, everyone. I'm sorry. A just really made me laugh.
Find out if there's a doctor on board as quietly as you can.
Oh, man. Temperature, moisture, and dust level inside the cabinet. Kel, you're here. Well, gosh darn, it's great to have you. Lima Bravo Zero, Yankee India. He steps right in for trivia, and he's got the first one correct. Wow. Well done. There's one. Good job, buddy. Well done. Yeah, it's D. And Andy and Bill and Toscan and Jose, you guys all got this one. Yeah, it's plate voltage, grid current, and the plate current. That's what you're looking for in on the meters in a tube amp. Peter. D, but A wins the prize. Well said. Question 2. Which presidential candidate was a ham radio licensee? I'm not going to say operator. Okay. A, John Kerry. B, Michael Dukakis. C, Mitt Romney. Or D, Barry Goldwater. Here you go. Good luck, everyone. Oh, well, there you go. And then Jose, with the real question of the whole thing, he says, how would you measure the dust level?
What is going on here?
We're running out of time.
Surely there must be something.
I'm doing everything I can.
Gosh.
And stop calling me Shirley.
The dust level.
Oh. That's just what they'll be expecting us to do.
I know. It's just the way it is. Bill, first up. Yes, D. Barry Goldwater. Thank you so much. Good job. Gosh. How would you measure the dust level? Here's Barry. His call sign back then. Kilo 7, Uniform Golf Alpha. Well done, Bill. Yeah. And everybody piled in really fast. Andy and Toscan and Kel and look at Tom there and Peter and Barry, Jose. And Toscan, dust can be measured using a Tyndall cell. Probably so, but it really isn't so important in an amplifier. Just keep your amplifier covered when not in use and uncover it, for goodness sakes, if you use it. All right. Last question. Within the American Radio Relay League National Traffic System, to which of the following does the term hotel X-ray alpha, followed by a number, which is X. Figure the number is X. Apply. So you would use the code HXA with a random number. Okay? A, cancel message if not delivered within X hours of filing time. B, hold delivery until X, which would stand for a specific date in the future. C, collect landline delivery authorized by addressee within X miles. Or D, hold until a specific number of messages, which is the X, have been received by the sender. It's a tough one. A, B, C, or D. Good luck, gang. Here you go. This one's a tough one. So we're working within the traffic system, and the this is like, you'd use this like in some digital modes. You'd use like the radio teletype too. That's another one you could use in. Bill, first up, he says B, hold delivery until X. X would mean specific date in the future. Okay. Andy New was right behind him. Also said B. Kjell in Norway, Lima Bravo Zero Yankee India, he's got D, and that would be X would be have been received by the sender. Hold until a specific number of messages. X would be the message amount. Mike with D, Tom with D, Barry with D, and the answer is C. Got you guys on that one. The answer is collect landline delivery authorized by addressee within X miles. X miles. So nobody got that one. Larry wins one of like the last 50 days of this here program. Thank you very much for playing. We'll see you again next week when we play the trivia game on Ham Radio Live. Today's topic question. Sorry, I got to make it close to an hour today. What would you do if you ran your country's amateur radio rules? I went a different way on this. I really did. Sorry, guys. This chapstick's awful. Karen said, no, we can't throw it out. I paid $2 for this.
Looks like I picked the wrong week to quit sniffing glue.
Gosh. Yeah. I thought of enforcement. That's what I thought of. Because, right, it's if you ran your country's rules, you're like the Ofcom people or the FCC people, whatever. I would be enforcing rules. I would go after these morons that cause QRM on DXpeditions and on nets, and I would just send the guys in the field and say, go get them. I would, because I know the costs would go up. I get that. But what it would do for amateur radio in my country once people started talking about it, like, for example, if I was the head of the FCC and I made the choice to say, look, go after these jerks that are doing this and ruining our hobby, people would start talking about it. First would come the announcement, right? It would be like set to page 50 of the newspaper and like in the last 7 minutes of the news that comes on right before the station signs off or closes down for the day. But I would follow up then. And man, I would go after these people and I'd hold their feet to the fire because we worked hard to get our licenses. And those DXpeditions, they don't come around very often and they're pretty expensive to do when they're really remote, right? Like Bouvet. They're going to do Crozet, I think, next year. No. First Peter the First. They're doing another one next year. Anyway, my point is, I would go after those people, and man, I would fine, and I would take their gear. I would, because it's a privilege to have a ham radio license, guys. It's a privilege, and like in my case, I can't afford to replace my gear. We just don't have the money financially to do that. Make it hurt for the people that hurt others, that are doing it to be mean. I mean, life's too short to be mean. Life's too short to be so filled with poison that you want to make other people miserable. Just life's too short. Jose, the FCC is shorthanded so that they only pursue the most egregious cases. Not necessarily. I mean, I read some of these, and they're getting guys that are doing 7.2 net. They're getting the people that are, causing trouble in different places. I think there's maybe a shortage of good technicians in the FCC that know how to direction find a signal. That might be part of it, but I'd get those guys in the field. I would. That's me. Jeff, surely you can't be serious. You know what I did, Jeff? I put every one of the airplane sound effects that I have in this system.
Cuddy say can't hang.
Oh, stewardess, I speak jive.
Oh, good.
Joey, have you ever been in a Turkish prison?
Surely there must be something you can do.
I'm doing everything I can. And stop calling me Shirley.
By the way, is there anyone on board who knows how to fly a plane?
Find out if there's a doctor on board as quietly as you can.
Boss, head man, top dog, big cheese, a head honcho.
Captain!
Please send any complaints regarding this show to Callum McCormick at DX Commander. And tell Wendy hi for us.
Just hang loose, blood. She's gonna catch up on the rebound on the med side.
There you go. That was just for you, Jeff. Wanted to do that today for you. Andy in Bristol, liaise with various industries with a view to reducing or eliminating QR Mary caused by electrical sources. Like that. That's a great one. And the thing that's important about that is that there are a lot of that do that. And there are ways to resolve that. If people just get involved, and they will. Jose, it's great. Jeff, I'm glad you like that one. Thank you. Okay, hold on a second. Almost done. All right. Martin in Holland, direction finding, you can use Kraken SDR. There you go. Bill, I was just going to say, if they find a lot of the bad operators on 7.2, they could probably pay for the added enforcement expenses within 2 months. That's just the way I would handle it if I was king for a day. If you'd like to get your amateur radio license, friends, we love this hobby. And when I talk about enforcement, I'm only talking about the 0.25% of ham radio licensees that use their ham radios maliciously. 99.9% of us use our ham radios to make calls with. Some of us with computers, some of us with microphones, some of us with pictures, some of us just sending balloons up in the atmosphere to go into space. You can get your ham license by reaching out to the Radio Society of Great Britain at www.rsgb.org. Click on the contact part of their page. Tell them you'd like to get your ham radio license and where you live in the world. They will send back to you a local to you ham radio club. Contact that club. Let them know you'd like to get your ham license and where you live in the world, and they will send you that close ham club. You contact the club and you will get on the air right away, I'm sure, with good test results as well. My name's Larry Dio. My call sign in amateur radio is Kilo 7 Hotel November. Stick around for the new Chicken Man. We did get that done. Until next time, wherever you may be. See you Monday. God bless you, everybody. See ya. Bye-bye.
Fruit juicy. Hey, how about a nice Hawaiian punch?
Sure.
You taste 7 kinds of fruit in Hawaiian punch. 7 kinds of fruit in Hawaiian punch. Hawaiian punch is made with 7 kinds of fruit for a one-of-a-kind fruit taste.
Hawaiian Punch Fruit Punch with 10% real fruit juice for a real fruit juicy taste.
Hawaiian punch is made with 7 kinds of fruit
for a one-of-a-kind fruit taste.
Dan Hill headlines a superstar collection. Sometimes when we touch, these are the hot ones. A colossal double album from K-Tel featuring #1 from Yvonne Elliman. Andrew Gold. Thank you for being a friend. Red Hot ARS. Player. Gene Cotton. Don't you let my heart go. Bison and In Motion. Tramps. Michael Zager Band, B.J. Thomas, and the Hot Ones, England Dan and John Ford Cohen.
You hear how overprocessed this commercial was on radio? Gosh, it's really compressed.
Sensational ABBA. Feel the intense heat of the Hot Ones, a sizzling double album set from K-Tel.
The Hot Ones from K-Tel, record $6.99, 8-track or cassette $7.99 at Woolworth, Uncle Bill, Ontario, Recordland, Camelot Music, and at Montgomery Ward, Musicland, Discount Drug Mart, Brewski's Family Center, Clarkins, and Sears.
Now, another exciting episode in the life of the most fantastic crime fighter the world has ever known. This is the Steel Pier in Atlantic City. Here, 16 times each day, a great horse leaps from a diving board into a huge tank of water. And describe the amazing horse as it dives is a man in a chicken suit.
Thank you.
And backstage, where the dressing rooms are located,
Pardon me, I'm the police commissioner of Midland City, and I'm looking for the wonderful winged warrior known as... Oh, next door. Thank you.
Well, wait a minute. I heard this. This is not
Hello,
the
winged
new
warrior.
one.
Commissioner.
Here's the new one.
the office of the police commissioner of Midland City.
Commissioner's office. No, this is not the commissioner. No, it's not the crusading capon. Look, this is Miss Hellfinger, the commissioner's secretary. What do you want? Yes, the wonderful white-winged warrior is going to strike again. What's he going to what? The earth polluters. I said he's going to fight the earth polluters. You're welcome.
Miss Hellfinger, send in the winged warrior immediately.
He's not here.
Where is he?
He's out in the city hall front lawn picking up candy wrappers.
Oh, really?
Yes, you can see him there out the window.
Oh, yes, I see him. Gee, he's very brave, isn't he?
Yeah.
Do you think I should send help?
I'm sure he can handle it.
Yes. Miss Hellfinger?
Yes.
Look, I don't think it's just candy wrappers he's picking up.
No, it's everything.
Potato chips.
Milk cartons.
Pop cans.
Chewing gum.
Oh, my. Does he have a tool, or is he actually using his bare hands?
His bare hands.
Fight on, feathered fighter! Fight on! Okay. Hey, Lou.
Yeah?
Look, ain't that cute?
What?
That big bird there's going around picking up litter, look.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody must have trained it or something.
Yeah,
Hey, throw your cigar down, see if it picks it up.
I ain't through with it.
Hey, look, bird. Look over here, bird. Throw it down, Lou.
All right, but I ain't through with it.
Hey, look. Hey, it's coming over here. Hey, look, Lou.
Yeah.
Pardon me, sir, but do you know that you two have committed a crime against nature? Oh, we ain't even going together or nothing.
No, we ain't even married.
We're just like buddies, you know.
Hey, we're just
good
talking.
pals,
I mean, we
that's
talk
all.
a lot together.
You know, Miss Hellfinger, as I look down and observe the famous fowl in action once again, I am reminded of how he came to us many years ago.
And so the commissioner is about to recall how the famous fowl was born.
It seems like yesterday.
Make it tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yes, tomorrow, as we present the first chapter of the exciting story of how America's crime-fighting bird began.
My, I'll look forward to hearing that.
This is the Voice of America, Washington, D.C., signing off.